Hello, and welcome to Wellness Wednesday with 3W. Wellness Wednesday is sponsored by 3W Medical for Women, a nonprofit medical clinic offering free of charge or low-cost reproductive health services to women in the Seattle area, regardless of income or insurance status. 3W does not profit off of the reproductive health choices women make. The information shared in this podcast is the opinion of the speaker or speakers. Medical information is not intended as individual medical consultation, but for general education only. Always consult your own health professional for personalized advice regarding medical decisions. And if you're in the Seattle area, consider making an appointment to consult with us. I'm Helen Nguyen, CEO and co-founder of 3W Medical for Women and the host of today's podcast. Hi there, Wellness Wednesday listeners. It's yours truly, Helen, back in the podcast studio. We've been making a few changes to our podcast, as you can probably tell, subtle changes. We'd love your feedback if you have any. Send us an email, give us a call, however you want to communicate with us. Let us know how we've been doing. I mean, we always love doing our podcast, so it's always been fun. But let us know if you have any feedback, any topics you want us to talk about, anything you want us to cover on these podcasts, let us know. We have a pretty special guest in our studio today. Her name is Ysobelle Montero. This is her first time. You're a newbie in the studio, right, Ysobelle? Mm-hmm. Ysobelle joined our team. How long has it been?
It's been like 6 months.
6 months, yeah. So she's a newbie. She's new to everything, and this is her first time in the studio. Well, welcome, Ysobelle.
Thank you.
How are you doing today?
It's good. I've never done this before.
She looks pretty nervous, folks, but I promise that it's going to be pretty easy, okay? It's just us girls talking, all right? And today we have a pretty fun topic. I always wanted to continuously do this, but things get in the way and we ebb and flow in our organization. Never a dull moment, nonprofit world. I bought the Flex cup, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's a menstrual cup.
Yeah.
But it's shaped differently than your typical menstrual cup that you see out on the stores.
Yeah.
And I bought this and I said, Ysobelle, use it and let me know what you think. First of all, let's talk about what is a menstrual cup, what is a Flex cup, and before I even ever given you a Flex cup, did you even know what it was?
Yeah. I've seen it around. When I was in school, they would give them out for free.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah.
The menstrual cup or the Flex cup?
The menstrual cup.
The menstrual cups. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Diva cups.
Yeah, the Diva cups. Okay. And the cups are supposed to replace a pad and a tampon, and supposedly it could stay in you for like 12 plus hours.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's usually made, do you know what kind of material it's made with?
I think it's like
silicone.
Yeah, silicone, just like human safe stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, to keep it, yeah.
As you can tell, we're both not medical people, but it's like it goes into your...
Yeah, like sits in your vaginal canal.
Yes, yes. And we've done a podcast about menstrual cups before. So this is just a quick overview, but it's supposed to replace these other products, these other menstrual products, and it's supposed to be better for the environment, and it's supposed to be more cost effective, right?
Yeah. And apparently some women experience less discomfort on their periods, less cramps, less pain, things like that.
Okay.
Yeah. Not sure how that works, but...
Don't even know. Yeah, science. I'm just going to say science, and that's how we know. Okay, so when I gave you the Flex cup, what were your thoughts? Like, ooh, this is interesting. I want to try this. Have you, let's back up a little bit. Have you ever tried a menstrual cup before? Never.
No.
So this was your first menstrual cup experience?
Yeah.
Okay, so package was pretty cool,
yeah.
right? Package was pretty cute.
Yeah.
Thought Flex did a good job with that.
Yeah, and it comes with like a little baggie that you can keep it in. I don't keep it in there.
Okay.
It's more like in a Ziploc bag, but under my sink.
Okay. Why is it under your sink? Like your bathroom sink,
Yeah,
you mean?
my bathroom
Okay.
sink, yeah.
I was like, your dish sink? Okay. And what did you think about it when you open it?
I was really nervous. I'm used to tampons, really. They're
Yeah.
like the size of your finger.
Yeah.
Obviously, a Flex cup, a Diva cup, they're a bit larger,
Yeah.
especially in width.
Yes.
So, I was just nervous and I didn't know how that was all going to fit,
Yeah.
basically.
Did you go like YouTube it or did you go on like their website to see?
Yeah, I went on their website. They have
Mhm.
some pretty good instructions, advice, and tips. It also comes with a handy little booklet.
Oh,
Yeah, with instructions.
okay.
Yeah, so
were any of those things helpful? Were like the videos helpful or the booklet helpful? Which one?
I would say, well, the booklet and the videos online have the same information, and they are helpful in a sense, like they make you think that you can do this. Like it's not as scary as you would initially think.
Yeah.
But, you still have to do it,
Yes.
The videos aren't going to do it for you.
Right.
So,
Yes. Okay. So when you open it, what was the process? Did you have to sanitize it first? Or?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what was that process like? Did you have to boil it?
I did boil it. Sorry, Dad. I used one of your pots. But I mean, it'd never been used, so.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so I just boil it for about 10 minutes and you can't let it touch any of the sides of the pot.
Oh.
Yeah, just in case it gets deformed from the heat.
Oh,
So you kind of have to like push it around like it's food.
With your chopsticks?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then why were you interested in it? Were you just curious?
Yeah, I was just curious, and also I think it's fun to try new stuff, especially like self-care things.
Mm-hmm.
Tampons can be kind of annoying sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And I just kind of hate buying them so frequently.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of a large cost, like it adds up. Yeah, I just also wanted to try something different. I heard that it could be a nice alternative, especially because I kind of have like a heavy flow for my first couple 2 to 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
Supposedly the Flex Cup can hold up to 2 super tampons. That's like 22 milliliters. And I can go through like 4 super tampons in like a day sometimes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I feel ya.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. I actually started using like organic, like the more natural tampons. Okay, well, I just gotta be real.
Yeah.
The whole reason why I did not use this Flex cup, even though I bought it for myself, I was just like, first of all, I tried the Diva cup. First, I could not get it up. I was just like, this is just not working. I don't have time.
Yeah.
Secondly, I like the tampons are so much faster. For
They
me.
are.
Like, so this whole like Flex cup, Diva cup kind of thing, you need to be pretty committed to it. You need to have time. You need to be like relaxed and all that stuff. Girl, I didn't have time for it.
Yeah.
So I am glad that you tried it. So what was your experience? How did that whole experience happen for you? Walk me through it.
Oh gosh, yeah. Definitely a learning curve.
Okay.
And I would say for the busier woman, busier lady, it might be a little bit harder to get used to, especially if you don't have the time.
Yeah.
My first time using it, I use it at night. I just wanted to have that extra time to myself to get used to it almost, get that extra time to insert. I knew if I tried it in the morning, I wouldn't have that time. I'm usually like running late anyway. Yeah, it was really weird. And they instruct you to fold it and they give you different types of folds.
Yes.
I was kind of stubborn and I used one fold the entire time, even though it was really hard. And even when you fold it, it's still kind of big.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I remember looking at it folded and I was like, how am I supposed to get that in there? How?
Yeah.
Like, just thinking about it, the width, it's like, like the width of the first knuckle of your thumb.
Yeah.
Which is a lot larger than a tampon.
Right.
Yeah. So I really had to like use both hands, really get in there.
Yeah. Yeah. Really got to know yourself.
Yeah. Which is one of their tips on their website. Like, you have to know your body, I guess.
Yes. Yeah. Which is always a good thing, right? So wow, you were brave to try it overnight.
Yeah.
How did it go? Did you leak at all or?
No, I actually didn't leak at all. Yeah. So I like to think that I got pretty lucky on that first insertion. But the following day, I wasn't so lucky. I wasn't prepared, really. I mean, I put it in there. I thought it was okay. They say to check the placement by like
running your finger
on the rim.
Yeah.
But I have long nails and I like to keep my nails long. So that's a bit difficult for me. It gets a bit pokey.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I didn't even put like a panty liner or a pad on.
Yeah.
So I was kind of just leaking on the way to work. And that's like a good 45 minutes.
You were just free bleeding in your car.
Yeah. And like, when you're wearing a pad, you can kind of feel it leak out. And that's what I was feeling. I was like, am I leaking?
Yeah.
And I ran to the bathroom when I got to work and I was like, yeah, I'm bleeding.
I'm sorry. So that was your first day, like walking around, moving around kind of stuff. Okay. Yeah. Did it hold a lot in your opinion? Like,
I would say it's kind of hard to gauge how much because usually when I see my blood, it's absorbed into a tampon or a pad.
Yes. Yeah.
So seeing it just like being dumped into the toilet, it's a bit different.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it does, on my heavier days, it did seem like it was a lot.
Okay. Like, were you like, oh?
Yeah, it was weird. It was like, oh my gosh. That's a lot of blood in the toilet.
Yeah.
They do recommend, though, for heavier flows to check on it like twice a day.
More often? Yeah, I could see that. So, okay, what other issues did you run into it with it?
So, yeah, there was the obvious leaking. And so I would have to like wear some type of panty liner throughout the day. And yeah, that learning curve, just like learning how to put it in correctly. And there was multiple times the first 2-3 days that I had it where I was constantly going to the bathroom to check to see if I was leaking, to take it out, put it back in. And they recommend that you like at least wash it or rinse it off before you put it back in. I didn't do that.
How are you supposed to do that?
Yeah, so the funny thing is I didn't do that. I would just like take it out and like quickly put it back in. But I don't know, they sell wipes. They like recommend you go to a bathroom that has a sink in it.
Okay, that's like not that many places.
I know, really inconvenient, but I don't know. We had to do what we could, I couldn't just free bleed all over the place.
Right. Well, what tips do you have for people? Okay, first of all, did you like it? Did you like it? Do you hate it? What would you recommend?
Okay, so what I really liked about it was that I tend to get really lazy when it comes to like tampons and pads, and I'll leave them on or inside for as long as I possibly can. And with the cup, I was able to do that. Just leave it in, especially on days where the placement was good and wasn't leaking. I could leave it in there all day, like not worry about it. Because on days when I would just use tampons, I kind of have to like time it out. Like, if I put it now, I'll have to take it out around like 10, 11, things like that.
Yeah.
But with the cup, I don't have to worry about those things.
Okay.
Yeah. And even at night, it's like, don't really have to worry about anything. I know it's like, most people feel that way with like a pad, but it was just nice.
Okay. What are the cons? What didn't you like about it?
It does take a little bit to get used to. Yeah, I'd say that's the hardest part. It's not like a one and done thing. There are different ways to insert it, and I guess it's just like different for every woman. Every body's different.
Right.
So just trying to find what works for you.
Would you recommend the Flex Cup?
Yes, I would, but I don't know how many people would be like on board at first to actually using it.
Yeah, well, I took one look at it and was like, no.
Yeah.
I don't have time for this.
Yeah.
Okay. How do you would you try something else now? Would you try are you curious enough to try like the Diva Cup now?
I don't know if I'm curious to try like the actual Diva Cup, but I was looking on their website a little bit ago and they do have like a Flex disc. I thought that was really interesting. But it also looked really scary. It's kind of big.
Yeah.
And it goes farther up your vagina, like past the vaginal canal.
Yeah.
Closer to your cervix. And I'm like, I don't know how that's supposed to work. I don't know.
How do you know when it's up there or like in the right place?
I don't know. They say that it's in the right position when you can't feel it anymore. And I'm like,
that would freak me out a little bit.
Right? Wouldn't that freak you out? That would freak me out.
All right. What's the last thing you want to say about the Flex Cup?
If you want an alternative to tampons and pads that's like cost efficient but also environmentally friendly, I would say try it out. I think it's a lot easier than an actual Diva Cup, even though I haven't tried an actual Diva Cup, because there is a little patented pull tab.
Yes.
So it's similar to a tampon in that way if you mostly use tampons like I do.
All right, folks, you heard it from our Flex expert now, who used it for your last cycle?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Did you use it the whole time?
I did. Yeah, I forced myself. I was like, I'm going to get this. There were so many times, Helen, I wanted to give up so bad. I was like, what if I just use a tampon right now?
Yes.
But I stuck with it. Yeah, by the last day, it was pretty fine. It was good.
All right. Well, all right, folks. If you have used the Flex Cup, if you have any tips for us on how to use it more effectively, let us know. Let us know if there's any other products out there that you would like Ysobelle to use. And just experiment with, and then we'll get back on here and give you a little, feedback and consumer report on what we think. Yeah, that's all we have today. If you have any questions for us, let us know. Thanks, Ysobelle.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. All right, listeners. Till next time. For more information about 3W, please visit our website at 3wmedical.org. That's the number 3, the letter W, medical.org. From there, you can learn more information about the services we provide, book an appointment, or make a donation if you'd like to support our mission. You can also call our office at 206-588-0311. That's 206-588-0311. If you like this episode, please share it with others and consider subscribing on your favorite podcast platform so you never miss an episode. Thank you so much for listening, and until next time, stay healthy and be well.